Motion to approve, close the public portion, or the second if you made the motion.
I made the motion, so he did the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Correspondence, April 10th, 2025 minutes. I was not here, so is there a motion?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Okay. Consistent. Do you need roll call on that one? For who was here?
No, just have the people who make, just those who were
Those who were here.
present should vote.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And it was a long, short one. It's still below, so I will make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
We
Good,
survived.
good questions, harder applications than you think some nights, so appreciate it. You want me to come down there? We'll talk.
Fine.
Okay, good evening, everybody. We will start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, if everyone can stand. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Start with the reading of the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act pursuant to Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Said notice was published in the Home News Tribune on January 9th, 2025, posted in Borough Hall, and sent to the Star Ledger for information. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act were satisfied. So with that, call to order. Roll call.
Ms. Delgado? Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Mr. Rabinowitz? Ms. Zielski? Here. Mr. Sondergaard? Mr. Tobin?
Here.
Mr. Topping?
Here.
Mr. Sukan?
Here.
Ms. Patel? Here. Mr. Derer?
Here.
Mr. Malvone?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, they're down there.
Yep. Yeah, it's not so empty in the room. So, okay, with that, we will just get out of the way some old business, calling up some resolutions. Matter last month, 96 Rose Street, item 241383. Does anyone want to make a motion to approve? Oh, Byron's not here.
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
Good.
Okay. Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to. Mr. Topping?
Here.
Mr. Sukan?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Derer?
Yes.
And Mr. Malvone?
Yes.
Thank you.
Second resolution to be reviewed is item 251412, 118 Hollywood Avenue. It was an applicant seeking to add an addition on the rear of the house.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Who seconded?
Mr. Jones.
Me.
You recused yourself?
Oh, yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I need another second.
Second.
Thank you very much. Okay. Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Sukan?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've never had that happen on a second. So, with that, we move to the agenda in new business. Item 251409, Pappas and Hannah, applicant at 137 University Avenue, proposing a second floor addition, first floor side expansion, front porch, and demolition of existing garage. The applicant come forward.
Should we set up on the,
Yes.
something like they put it on that valance there?
So I'm going to be swearing in whoever's testifying, so both of you testifying?
Myself.
Everybody's testifying, all right. We'll take you two first, I assume, right? And then, okay. So let's,
You probably both want to get
you'll
sworn
probably
in.
end up both chiming in, so we'll swear you
Yeah,
both
that's,
in.
yeah.
So raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. If you can state your names and your addresses. And as far as expert goes, we'll get to that with qualifications, but in the meantime, you can give us your names and addresses.
Iraklis Pappas, 137 University Ave, Metuchen.
Okay?
Mary Hannah Pappas, 137 University Ave, Metuchen.
Thank you both.
Architect Hutchin.
Use the microphone.
Oh, yeah, please, anybody who's speaking, make sure to use the microphones. This is recorded.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You can use both. You can take it out of
No
the
worries.
holster, do whatever you want.
We're architects in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. We've been practicing since 1988. I have a bachelor and a master's degree from Cornell Architecture. I've taught at NJIT for 4 semesters in their architecture program. We've been to probably 200, zoning and planning board hearings through various communities. I mean, Metuchen, we've probably been in front of 50 times, more in the past than right now, but we're, I guess, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm a licensed planner in the state of New Jersey, and I have a New Jersey real estate license as well, so
You are accepted as an expert.
thank you very much.
Have you renewed your license yet?
Which one?
New Jersey is up in July.
Yes, I have. They're all current.
I rarely beat people to it, but I just got it in the mail, so.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. I mean, it's better now, they hit you online, and that's it. So thank you. Good evening. We have, we've been working with these folks probably a year and a half with their home. They have some contextual issues. The site, their lot is 53% of the required lot size. So that, that in itself is a tough, road to hoe, and they have tried, they'll tell you more about it, but they have really tried, before they contacted our office, they had another professional helping them, and it wasn't quite working out. They've had numerous attempts to possibly purchase a different residence, and they, I guess particularly at the time, it was really, the market was in quite a frenzy, so they were having difficulty there. But at any rate, they asked us to try to help them out, and we probably did 8, 9 different permutations of how we could maybe crack this nut, for them. And the problems that they're having, they have 2 young, beautiful kids, and who I've grown to know, and their bedroom, they're sharing a bedroom. It's really a 2-bedroom, technically 3 bedrooms, but the 1 bedroom is downstairs, and they use it as a family room, a swing room. So the 2 youngsters are sharing a bedroom. Their master suite is it functions, but it has an odd shape. There has low headroom conditions, and one of the weaker links in the home is the staircase. Both basement and upstairs is 1930s, era. So it's very steep. It has winders, if the board knows what those are, the stairs that wind around through the landing. So they're very, they taper to nothing, so they're very narrow and dangerous, that kind of thing. They have had 2 family members apparently tumble down the basement, and they'll tell you, Mary may tell you more about that or not. And the stair kind of cuts across the plan. We'll show you that in a minute, but that just in confluence with everything else, is just a very difficult residence to try to enhance in any way without coming to the board. So in fact, we did sort of test it out, and we did show the Pappas' a version that would require no variances, and it was quite a number of hoops that we were jumping through for very little gain, really. So at that point, we just said, look, we've got to move forward more aggressively. So we can walk you through all of that. There are a number of variances. Most of the variances, however, are just being tripped by the existing nonconformity of the lot, or the setback or whatever. So like, when I was these guys' age, I don't believe the borough would actually hit you for variance for a nonconformity. It was just an existing nonconformity. So the 2 criteria that we are tripping are, I got to get this on. One is the combined side yard setbacks, and one is the building coverage. And you can see that on our first sheet. Again, I can point that out if you care to see it. we've increased the combined yard setback by a little over 3.5 feet or so. And the building coverage has increased from 32.15 to 32.45, so very, very nominal amount of building increase. And we've also, in an effort to reduce, we would have had a third variance, which would have been the lot coverage, but we were in discussions with the Papses. They are considering, with your approval, to actually remove the old garage in the back. It's a substandard building, it's not in great shape, and it would give them a lot more play space for their kids in the actual backyard. So in discussions, we decided with them that it might be a good thing they reduce lot coverage. They have to do something with the garage structurally, it's not going to last forever, and then it would give them more greenery in the back. So I know I'm like splitting hairs, but largely we're seeking two variances: the combined side yard setbacks and the building coverage. And there's a tree, your more recent ordinance, the tree ordinance. Same thing, really. It's just tough to fit. It's tough to meet the ordinance in any real proper way. We would be requesting a variance from one tree in the front yard. They already have. The borough replaced a tree 2 or 3 years ago, and the driveway, which of course goes up the side of the residence, that is too close to the line. So we would be maintaining that, but it trips another nonconformity. So I'd be happy to walk you through the drawings, or answer any questions first, or maybe it's clear. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at the memorandum from Tom DiMartino. He doesn't note in the landscaping comments how many you're short. Still missing a front yard shade tree and a flowering tree. Okay, so that's the only thing you. Yeah, so it's only 2 trees that you're missing.
Yeah, one is like a flowering tree requirement,
Right.
and a shade tree. It's a little strange too, because on University Ave, and probably I didn't really study it through the radio district, but the street trees are inboard to the homes. It's like when there's more space, there's an apron and there's a tree, like curbing tree, sidewalk, and then typically what people think is their property or whatever. So University Ave, and particularly in front of the Paps's house, it's just curb, sidewalk, barely, 4 feet or whatever, and then their yard starts. And so the trees are pulled inboard. In fact, like Mr. Valhalla has quite a monster next door. That I guess I don't consider that a street tree per se, but it's a front yard. It's in the front yard. So that's a little bit of from an applicant's perspective, that's what we're going through or whatever. So. We think it's a very nice solution we have. We took the non-conforming stair out of the center of the property, and we drove it up the side of the residence, which is very common for a tighter, more urban type house. It works really nicely because it links the driveway. You can, get out of your car and go to a half landing. It's sort of prototypical solution that you can enter on grade and go up to first floor or down into the basement. In fact, my mom lived on Library Place for many years here in Metuchen, and she had the same setup. It was a common prototype in the 20s and the 30s. And, but largely it also clears that element out of the floor plan, so we could go to town a little bit on getting some decent room sizes. So it's proposing a 3-bedroom residence. The two little guys would have their own bedrooms and nice closets set up, and then these guys get quite a nice master suite without being as aggressive as you can be in 1,289 feet per plate. So I think they're excited about it. So they've so If you'd like, I can walk you through more specifics, or maybe you understand from the drawings, I don't know.
Yeah, the drawing set is very clear. I guess the one question from Tom's memo, it seems like most of your testimony has pointed to a hardship, a C1
Yes, of
hardship.
course, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can get more formal on that. As I
If you
said,
want to.
I can do that now, or if you want to speak.
Maybe do it now.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, it's a C1, they're all C1 hardship. The lot, again, is 53%. The lot width is 64% of the requirement. So we're just working significantly from behind. And
Yeah,
we would ask the board for their consideration in that regard, yeah.
yeah. It's noted. I mean, these lots are always challenging.
Yeah, I know I know
you-
from third party, you can tell everybody's battling it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think, the drawing set is clear. I think you walked us through it pretty well.
All right, thank you.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you want any other testimony, or we can go to questions from the board.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thanks for the segue to the planning testimony. That's not my first love, so, I don't. Do you,
I wanted just to clarify a few things.
Yeah, sure.
So the garage is just being removed and turned into green space?
yeah, it would be demoed and the slab demoed and, yeah.
Okay. Strange question, just because the photo of the existing house, there seems to be a young tree on the front yard. That being there, we're still not hitting their requirement for the front yard?
Right, that was not shown on the plans, so I didn't see that actually. No. No.
Oh,
Because I was like, that's a pretty, it's a pretty nice front yard. You could put a nice tree there, and then boom, I see this young tree there. We can ask the homeowners when they testify about that.
so would your memo change to being short one tree?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, it is actually on there, but that's the one that I mentioned briefly was, these guys were home or something, and then a borough crew came in, and they were putting a tree in there. I guess the specimen had died, and it was, it was cooked, and I guess some time went by, or the Shade Tree Commission tracked it down
They
or whatever.
just show up.
Yeah, they showed
Sometimes
up.
they just show up with
Yeah,
the tree.
that's what
Yeah.
happened. So then Mary was kind of like, well, that's interesting. So, and they thank God they didn't run out and try to stop them. But yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Thank you.
I think if you do more, it just puts, again, like we brought the home. I didn't really mention, but there's a 6-foot wide porch. So we brought the face of the home outward, so that again, first of all, it lines up along the street, but also that the house has, a more notable presence and a traditional, semi-public porch before you go inside. And so that, I think you'll block, to some degree, it'll be like you're just blocked, so.
I understand. And did the original location of the basement steps stay where they were?
No, the inside, like this difficult stair that I've been
Yeah.
describing, that would be stripped basement and going up.
Okay.
So we're gaining some advantage of some additional space, not so much in the basement, but first floor certainly, and then second floor. And then, so the new stairs moved to the sidewall, and we drove it back enough so that you enter in the center of the block, so it becomes very efficient to serve, to get to the other.
Very smart. Very familiar with this house model. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a cut and paste throughout this neighborhood. And those stairs are notoriously steep, both going up to the second floor and especially the basement. You
Yeah.
almost land onto the wall.
Yeah,
So-
no, they are, I mean, not to disparage their home, but it's very unsafe. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Tom, do you have any issues unresolved in the memo?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can now, the board is done asking questions. We can now take questions from
Good
the
evening,
public.
Mr. Topping. It's nice to see you again.
And
I think
just-
I appointed you to this position.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
If,
I've never gotten a
It's nice to
question.
see familiar faces and new faces, but.
Yeah.
Real quick, if you
we were
think you're going to be
talking
making
about
a
the
statement.
Lining up with the
Hold
other
on,
houses.
Wait, wait.
Yes.
Do you-
Oh, I'm Tom Vahala, former mayor, and they're a direct neighbor to the right-hand side.
Got it. Did you have a question or a statement? If it's
No, a statement.
I'll swear you in.
Okay,
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay.
When he talked about the lining up of the houses, I was before this board, I think in 1985, so that my house would line up with the corner house on the corner of Midland and University. So now they're coming even with us. And it's nice to see in a neighborhood where I was told I over-improved my house years ago, to see other people in the neighborhood improving. The radio section is everybody is non-conforming, pre-existing, and so we have to come before this board for variances. And I know that the Pappases are going to, doing a great job working to get a more reusable, affordable house for themselves. And I agree wholeheartedly with the application. All right, so I don't think you see many neighbors complaining about it. We're all in favor of it. So we would appreciate you voting this through and as soon as possible so that they could get to work on the house. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, I wouldn't be at this dais if I hadn't been originally appointed by Mayor Valhalla. So, okay. Do you have any other testimony you want to put on the record, or we can?
The homeowners want to say anything?
Well, I'm saying it's up to you. It's your application.
Yeah, just to say we love living in Metuchen. We want to stay here. Put 2 offers on houses, but the pricing, as you know, is unreasonable, and they went way over asking. So really the only way we can stay is if we renovate the house, because our 4-year-old sleeps in our bedroom. It's not really tenable. The
That's
stairs
not
are
gonna
extremely
change.
steep. You're right, yeah.
Not going to change.
Yeah, we're wondering about that one. But yeah, you're right. You go down to the basement and you like smack a wall, and it's really not safe. That's it. Thank you, and thank you for the consideration.
Okay. So we had opened it up to questions from the public. I'll just do this for formality. Are there any other statements from the public? Just need to do that. Okay, we could close that. Statements from the public are done. I will say from reviewing this, it was a very clear set of documents, a very clean testimony. The application was well understood. So I commend you on that. So this is thoughtful, and the design is nice. You're working with a good architect. I guess if there is a motion to approve, I would just defer that we work out any open landscape issues with the zoning officer, one way or the other, resolve it. I don't see any other conditions that have come up.
And
Just the
that's
landscape.
something that the applicants don't have an issue with, right? To work out any landscaping issues with,
Yeah, we want the front of the house to look nice, so
Got it.
whatever.
Okay.
you know.
okay.
Someone like to make a motion on this one?
Easy motion to approve. I think it's a beautiful application, and once again, speaks to homeowners that want to remain in town and improve their homes for the next set of homeowners.
Second?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Tobin?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
Mr. Sukhan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll have a resolution next month, and okay. Tonight's second application is item 251413, 158 Amboy Avenue. Peter McPherson, applicant, proposes an addition of a bedroom and bathroom and converting an enclosed porch into a family room. So, welcome.
So, you going first?
Sure.
Okay, we'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, please state your name, your address, and I guess you're the expert, so some of your qualifications as well.
Sure. My name is Mark Camera. I'm an architect. I went to NYIT with a Bachelor of Architecture, graduated in 1984, and got my license in 1989. And I've been before this board before, I think in 2003, for my own house on Sylvan Avenue. So I work at the United Nations in New York, so I don't do this as a full-time thing, although I'm retiring at the end of the month, so you might see a lot more of me.
Your license is in good standing?
Yes,
You are accepted.
thank you.
All right. Sure.
Hi, my name is Kritika McPherson. I live at 158 Amboy Avenue, Metuchen, New Jersey.
Hi, Peter McPherson, 158 Amboy Ave.
Okay. And just remember, if anybody's going to be speaking, just speak into the microphones. We have two of them. You can feel free to use them both. We just need to be able to have it recorded.
Certainly.
Okay.
So we're coming before the board tonight to request permission to continue with an addition or go into an addition for the McPhersons. Their house is at 158 Amboy Avenue. The house is 100 years old. It's been there. It's a nice, beautiful brick house. It's a 3-bedroom house, and we are doing some work on the back side of it. And although the work is somewhat extensive, in one way it's not. We're basically taking a screened-in porch in the back of the house, and we're making it now a fully heated and air-conditioned room, so that can be more useful, because right now it's very limited as to how much they can use it. So we're just increasing the footprint a tiny bit for that. And then we're going above the existing piece of the house to add a 4th bedroom, since there's a full house with 2 teenage boys, the McPhersons, and their Mrs. Peter's mother, who is 90 years old, only 10 years younger than the house, is living with them. And so we need not only an extra bedroom, but we also need to make an adjustment to the bathroom so that she can get into a shower easier. And that's what we're doing on the 2nd floor with the master bedroom suite. So we have basically, for background purposes, the C variances are minimum lot size, which was done 100 years ago. The lot width, same thing, side yard, left and right, and combined are all existing from 100 years ago. So there's nothing really there. And the accessory structure is the garage that's on the back within a foot of the property line, but that was there 100 years ago as well. So what we're asking basically is we're going straight up from a previous addition, and we're not increasing any further, not impeding anything on the additional side yard. We're just going straight up. So we're doing very little excavation. We're doing it underneath for the screened-in porch to make it a full-service room. And we might be down a tree. Our team is pro-tree, so whatever trees need to be put in, we're happy to do that. I don't see a number of trees here that we need, but we'll put in what's necessary. And I think that's it. I mean, I'll just go through real quick. That's the site plan, sort of on the skew there. So it shows you some of the trees and plantings. We have a beautiful weeping willow cherry, which is amazing in the spring. A number of other trees, some pines and different things. But if we need an additional shade tree or two, we're happy to do that. This is the existing screened-in porch. So there's a roof over it, but if you look at it from the inside, you can see screen, but it can't be, the use is not maximized. So for the family, to make it a big family room right off a new kitchen will really help out the whole family. And this is an existing brick addition that was done at some point, I'm not sure when, but we're just going straight up. We're just going straight up. So that's the elevation from the back. Side elevation, section through the structure with the addition, Just showing you the family room off a new kitchen, so it's one big open space. That's the second floor primary bedroom suite. And just some details, that's the new foundation wall we're doing underneath the family room.
Okay.
So if I can answer any questions, or the McPhersons can answer any questions, please.
Yeah, I guess the, similar question to the previous applicant. You talked mostly about the non-conforming aspects of
Correct.
of the thing, so your testimony supported the hardship
Yes,
thought, so that's.
right.
Any questions from the board?
I mean, maybe just a little more testimony about the C1 criteria, just about, is there any detriments or anything like that?
I don't think there's any detriments. I mean, you can see the street view. You can't see any of the addition from the street. Even when you come up Simpson Place, you couldn't see anything. This house is tucked away so much, you'd have to actually be up the driveway to see what's going on. Again, we don't feel there's any detriment because we're taking a screened-in porch and making it a nice piece of architecture and just adding the suite above it. And I don't think there's any detriment to any neighbors or such. So I think, and it will help the family out a lot, considering they're taking care of Mrs. McPherson, and they have 2 teenage boys.
Doesn't impair the intent and purpose of the master plan or any ordinance or anything?
I don't think there's any impact on that at all.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Yeah. No impact.
Yeah, I lived on Home Street for 15 years, so I walked by that house quite often. I always admired it because there aren't that many brick buildings. And,
Yeah,
brick
no,
houses.
it's a
Yeah.
great structure.
Any questions? We hear that your team is pro-tree, so we'll note that. And that if this is approved, we'll work that out with Tom.
Yeah.
If I just could specify, since I didn't list it in my memo, they're only missing a shade and a street tree, so it's, marginal at best. So that's what we would need to figure out.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, I read it, but I couldn't see what,
Right.
we were short.
Totally my fault, yeah.
Okay, so no questions from the board. We will open it up to the public. Seeing that the former mayor went home, your application didn't rank. Seeing that there is no public, we will close the public portion, and we will also note that no statements from the public were needed because there is no public here. Okay. Would somebody like to make a motion on this one?
Motion to approve.
I'd like to second the application, and any application that uses the word bituminous, represent hot mix asphalt, is a good application. That is a joke,
Yeah.
maybe 3.
And I will commend it. It was also a very clear, clear application. As an architect myself, I worry that people that don't read plans for a living often
Right.
get, but you're in good hands. Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Sealsky?
Yes.
Mr. Tobin?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
And Mr.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, we did the resolutions earlier, so we can say, someone want to make a motion on the public portion? Come on. Byron Sondergaard takes one night off, and nobody knows how to make a motion around here. I will make the motion. I'm making a motion to close the public portion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, and then one final thing, approval of correspondence, May 8th meeting minutes. I guess we'll have to, someone make a motion on that one?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. I was hoping some of the new people
Trying to
would get
prod
it.
them into doing that down there.
And I will say, if he's watching at home, we miss you, Byron.
We do miss you, Byron.
Well,
Yes.
we didn't do a roll call on the minutes.
All ayes is
Oh.
acceptable.
Oh, did we do it?
Correct, Mr. Colicchio?
That's how we've done it, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and did we do that?
No.
Did not.
Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good. And then,
Motion to adjourn.
Is it second then?
okay, all in favor? Aye.
Yes, it's a second.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes, okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I thought we'd be here longer.